Times 14W or 20W in the new textbook. Open up the file cost.csv, which I have done. And the first thing that we're required to do is to format 4 different cells with the same format. The easiest way to do this is to select them all together. So we'll click, first one is A1, then hold down the control button. Okay, once you've got it held down, then you can click on the next cell, which is D1, and keep holding it. Choose D3, and the last one is G3. Once you've selected it all, you can now go and release the control button and then change the font as per requirement. What we're wanting is bold, and we're wanting it to be a size of 14 points. So we'll go to this font section of the Home tab. Okay, that is the easiest way to do it. As you can see, the fields are not all visible over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do that by changing the column width. So I left click on the letter A, and then drag across while holding left button down to G, and then release. Once I've done that, keeping the mouse up on the top of the letter so that the symbol stays like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to actually move it to in between, and the symbol must change to a vertical line with 2 arrows. Then double click with your left button, and it automatically resizes all the columns that you have selected. Okay, so that's done. Next thing, format all numeric cells in row 2 into their respective currencies to 3 decimal places. Okay, so there is row 2, and we've got 2 different values. This is obviously an exchange rate related to the Europe, which is the euro, and this is an exchange rate related to Japan, which is the Japanese yen. So we need to change the format accordingly. Now, the easiest way to do this is to right click and select format cells and bring up the format cells tab. Okay, I would not use this quick link over here because it doesn't give me the same control in terms of choosing the symbol for the currency. I'll show you. When I click on the currency tab and I'm selecting the format for this cell to be currency, I can see here I can select the number of decimal places, and I can also select the symbol that relates to the currency that I'm choosing. Okay, so we are required to have 3 decimal places. So simply clicking up goes to 3 decimal places, and this one must be European, so it will be the euro. So click down on the down arrow, and then you have to scroll down to find. So use your scroll button, scroll and search for the euro. Okay, there's euro. You can choose different places, it's fine, or it doesn't matter if you choose the Finnish euro as long as the symbol comes up as euro. Okay, except that here it's coming up behind, so we don't want to do that. So we want to choose a different option that will give us the symbol correctly. So I'm going to choose this one over here because it shows the euro in front, and that's how I'm wanting to have it. Right. So okay, we apply it. Then Japanese yen, same thing. Right click, format cells, select it as currency, choose 3 decimal places, and then scroll down to find the Japanese yen. All right, there we go. There's Japanese yen. Click on that. Done, and we've changed it as per the requirement. Format all numeric cells in columns C and D. Columns C and D to be pound sterling with 2 decimal places. Okay. All right, so we're going to highlight these ones, C and D, right click, and I'm going to do the same thing, format cells, currency, and I'm going to choose 2 decimal places as requirement this time, and we want pounds. So click there, there's right on top, we have our pounds. So it's done. Next one, format the cells E5 to E15 into euros, E5 to E15 into euros. Okay, so it's the same as that. The easiest way here then is to format painter and bring it down. The only problem is it's going to change it to 3 decimal places. Okay, so I'm just going to right click. I suppose I could format cells there, or I could do it this way over here, move it 2 decimal places. Okay, it does exactly the same thing. Okay, so we've got 2 decimal places and euro. That's fine. Format the cells F5 to F15 to be Japanese yen with 0 decimal places. So again, I'll do the same thing. I'll use a format paint on this one. So I'll bring that format down, left click on the start, and then drag, and then release, and then the format gets painted as the same as that. The other thing is that we require to make this with 0 decimal places. So we'll decrease the decimal down to 0. Okay. I just want to just undo this. All right, I just want to discuss this. What happens over here is that once we change the format, I've suddenly got a whole lot of hashtags. All that says is that I'm unable to display the full size within the column width. Okay, so if you do ever see that, you can simply adjust the column width and it will display. All right, and then we want to decrease this to 0. Again, I'm going to just adjust the column width to be minimum width. Okay. So we've done that one. Last one is format all cells between G5 and G15, G5 and G15 into percentage values with no decimal places. So it must be percentage values and no decimal places. All right, you've got various ways of doing it again. I like to use this number format, quick format over there, percentage, okay? So doing that, 0 decimal places is what's automatically come up. If I want more decimal places, increase it, decrease it. It's very easy. Obviously, I could also have gone to format cells and then chosen the percentage here. Okay, that's it. That is task 14W or 20W complete.